It's cloudy, it's cold, somehow it's June, but we are here for playoff soccer. The UPSL American Premier League playoff is live on Coach's Corner NYC on YouTube. Hi everybody, Alex Carbonati, great to be with you. Alex Carbonati of WRSU at Rutgers University, here calling this game as Oyster Bay United FC takes on the New Jersey Alliance FC, a rematch of last year's fall regional final where NJAFC won 1-0 in a scrappy, physical game that ended in a fight, believe it or not, last fall. Regardless, this team, Oyster Bay, trying to get vengeance after that loss last fall. These two teams matched up earlier in the spring season. NJAFC won 4-0 against the United. The Alliance coming in hot, coming in off a win versus Philadelphia this past Thursday in the first round of the playoffs, and Oyster Bay coming off a bye. The last game they played was last Saturday here on Long Island at Theodore Roosevelt Memorial Park, where Oyster Bay took down Lancaster 8-1 in dominating fashion. Today, a tougher challenge in NJAFC, a team Oyster Bay has not beaten the last 2 times altogether. Ready to rock and roll for this matchup. Oyster Bay, first semifinal here. They are the 2 seed in the playoff. And again, they had the bye, like I mentioned, for being the second best team in the conference this season. Main guy to watch out for, Junior Rosero, 18 goals, leads the team in that category. Junior, the Brentwood, New York native and former Siena College player, having a great year so far, has 5 hat-tricks this season. Oyster Bay altogether this year, outscoring opponents 51-9, a radical 42-goal differential for this Oyster Bay team. And for Oyster Bay, they're looking to move on past this round and get to the regional final. Their opponent will be Queensboro, who won their semifinal matchup earlier today in Brooklyn. The winner of this game has a trip to Brooklyn next weekend, either June 25th or June 26th in Brooklyn, to take on Queensboro. Oyster Bay looks to do that, but they have to get past New Jersey Alliance first in order to have that chance to play Queensboro for a regional title. Altogether, a great game that we're expecting. Oyster Bay 8-2, entering this contest. They were 8-2 in the regular season. Of course, this is their first playoff matchup of the spring campaign due to that first round bye. New Jersey Alliance 7-1-2 in the regular season. They're coming off a first round win against Philadelphia this past Thursday on June 16th. So we'll get ready to rock and roll in a matter of moments. Oyster Bay, New Jersey Alliance, a rivalry in the making the past 2 games. Last time around in playoff time, there was a lot of physicality. Last time in the regular season, it was all one-sided. New Jersey won 4-0 against Oyster Bay. We'll see how it all plays out. And a matchup to watch out for, not just Junior Rosero for Oyster Bay, Malik Stewart for New Jersey Alliance leads the team in goals with 5 exactly. This team for New Jersey, 31 goals altogether this season, but they're very well spread out. Multiple goal scorers, players with multiple hat tricks per game, and we have a really good team in New Jersey, who again has had the number of Oyster Bay the past few times these 2 teams have met up on the field. So you can see the players lining up, officials in the middle as well for this semifinal matchup. This is do or die for Oyster Bay. It's either move on for a chance to play in the final or say so long for 2022, the spring season at least. So the players meeting out. They're walking to the field along with the officials. We're about to get ready to rock and roll in this semifinal matchup. Oyster Bay again 8-2, 51 goals. They've only allowed 9 this year, a radical plus 42 differential when it comes to the stats and goals in their favor and goals against. For New Jersey, they have scored 31 goals all season, and they have allowed over 12 so far in the spring 2022 season. And again, the winner takes on a very tough Queensboro team, a team that Oyster Bay lost to 1-0 in a very close game earlier on in this spring campaign. Here's the national anthem. Hear the national anthem, and then we'll get ready to go for this contest. National anthem over. Game time about to begin here on Long Island. Theodore Roosevelt Memorial Park. That's where we're live on Long Island in Oyster Bay, New York for the semifinal matchup of the UPSL American Premier Playoff Semifinals. Oyster Bay home, New Jersey Alliance, they are the road team. And altogether, an exciting matchup between both teams altogether. Should be a really good matchup. New Jersey has had the number of Oyster Bay the last two times. 1-0 in last fall's regional final, and earlier this spring, 4-0. The Alliance beat Oyster Bay then in April of 2022. So this team will get set. Giancarlo Perez, the starting goalkeeper for Oyster Bay. And for New Jersey, Freddie Salcedo. He's the starting goalkeeper for New Jersey. Two goalies who know how to make saves and two goalies who can really create an exciting atmosphere with their acrobatic skills. Solid defense as well for both teams. Again, Oyster Bay has allowed only 9 goals this season and had 51 scored in their favor. New Jersey, they've limited the goals as well. Their plus-minus differential is over 16 at least this season in spring 2022. So we're ready to rock and roll in this contest. Again, a big matchup to watch out for. Junior Rosero, Malik Stewart, two guys who are the scoring leaders for each respective team. Sebastian Ruiz, second on the team for Oyster Bay with 7 goals in the campaign. Junior has had 5 hat tricks in 5 separate games this season. Sebastian Ruiz has had 3 in spring of 2022. And for New Jersey, not just Stewart, we've talked a lot about him. Carlton McKenzie, he has 3 goals on the year. Mike Bello, also a sneaky striker to watch out for. He's number 9. He is will start on the far right side of the field for New Jersey. So we're getting ready to go for this matchup. A big matchup indeed. The winner faces Queensboro in the final next week, the regional final out in Brooklyn. Will it be Oyster Bay traveling to Brooklyn? Or will New Jersey have to travel again, this time, into one of the 5 boroughs of New York City? Not sure what the wait is exactly right now, but the players are getting situated. As we still are moments away from this contest beginning. I believe we'll get started now. It'll be New Jersey kicking things off. In order to get this contest rolling. Second semifinal throughout this regional, the American Premier Regional. New Jersey starts with the ball and we're underway on Long Island. Theodore Roosevelt Memorial Park is the location in Oyster Bay, New York. New Jersey moving the ball. They're going left to right on your screen. Up in the air, tapped down by Akeem Morris, who goes out of play off of Oyster Bay. And again, left to right goes New Jersey Alliance. They'll be doing such right now. There'll be a throw-in for the Alliance. Again, the Alliance have outscored Oyster Bay 5-0 the last 2 times these teams have met. 4-0 earlier this spring, and 1-0 back in the fall in the regional final. That regional final, it got scrappy, it got physical. There was a fight towards the end of that contest. New Jersey booted the ball out of play. Akeem Morris on the far right side, your screen will throw things in. Trying to find Sebastian Ruiz. Junior Rosero also there. He gets knocked down. He draws a whistle. And there is your first foul of the contest. Junior Rosero, the Brentwood, New York native, draws the contact. And now Oyster Bay will move right to left for the first time. Here comes Morris. He'll go and retreat before they go forward. Luis Altuve will swing on over to Matthew Lynch. Lynch coming across the halfway point, trying to find Matthews Carriel. He lost the handle. It's taken away by New Jersey. Here come the Alliance. Racing is Stewart. Stewart has 5 goals on the year. He's on a fast break. Stewart fires a shot that's way high over the cage and out of play. So a quick transition opportunity. Malik Stewart with the pickpocket, the steal, the quick high shot goes over the cage, but that's the first offensive chance for either team so far. So that's spoiled chance by Stewart. Oyster Bay will get the ball right back. Giancarlo Perez, the goaltender in all pink, will get things restarted. Oyster Bay moving the ball inside their own zone. Andy Blanco will reset to Giancarlo Perez, and he'll play back to Blanco. They both have some catch. Blanco moving towards his left. Will drop back to Altuve. Altuve towards the left side of the field. Will look to go forward, but he'll retreat over to Blanco to his right side. Blanco now swings on over. That's Morris on the far right side. Morris trying to move back, but he retreats instead. Here comes Blanco again to Altuve. Oyster Bay defense playing catch. They can't make their way past the halfway marker. Here's a feed across, trying to find, right there was Joey Holland, but it was too far of a stretch. It's finally taken away by New Jersey, and the Alliance will go again left to right, trying to get another situation going. Pickpocket takes off a funny bounce. Racing is Oyster Bay, an opportunity possibly a drop back to Carriel. Matthews Carriel drops back to Andy Blanco, who will swing on over. Lynch couldn't get there. It's taken away by Stewart. Malik Stewart, left to right. He had a chance earlier. It sailed high over the cage. Stewart tried to find a play over to a teammate there, trying to hook up with his teammate in Ali Landgraf, but he couldn't match up with him. It goes out of play, and Oyster Bay will have a throw, and here's Akeem Morris. Morris throwing in, hits off a body of the Alliance. Nonetheless, here comes Junior Rosero. Junior Rosero, a push-off, late call there, and Junior will take his first foul of the contest. Thought he could have gotten away with that push-off as he tried to move with the ball offensively. Junior with that, and Oyster Bay loses the possession. Here's New Jersey back with it. They're going left to right. Here's a free kick. It goes down the line. Morris tries to pick it up. Keeping it in is Akeem Morris. He'll roll to the right. Fancy one off a defender. That's Landgraf again. This time off his body. It goes out of play. Here's a throw-in from Morris once more. Throw-in taken away by New Jersey. Booted up in the air. Up for grabs one more time. Morris tries to get it. New Jersey bounces down. Here comes Malik Stewart. Stewart dancing around. Retreats on over. New Jersey trying to get something situated once again. Driving forward there was New Jersey. They couldn't pick it up. It's cleared away by Matthew Lynch. And here comes Oyster Bay racing for an opportunity. Desperately dropping back is New Jersey. The Alliance in desperation mode, trying to move the ball outside of their zone one more time. Luis Santos tries to move it around, though it takes a funny bounce. It's kept in by Oyster Bay. Here come the United. Oyster Bay racing, open chance for Ruiz. He swings to Holland on the left side. Joey Holland swings one across, open chance deflected over the cage, well out of play. Oyster Bay's first chance takes a funny bounce, and it goes out of the play. Great opportunity for the United, their first scoring chance. Sebastian Ruiz off of that will get a corner kick, the first corner for either team today. Teofilo Chavez was the one who had the scoring chance earlier. But here comes Ruiz from the left corner. The flank, he'll send it across, trying to find a teammate there. Was trying to be either Blanco or Rosero. Neither one could finally get a hand on it. It takes a funny bounce. Looks like it went off New Jersey last. And I believe we'll do a corner once more. This time we'll switch corners. We'll go from left to right. Sebastian Ruiz, who has 8 goals on the season, has had 3 hat tricks as well this past spring. And again, it might be windy. It's 64 degrees out here in Oyster Bay. It's a chilly game in the summer. It feels like a fall one. Here's a corner again. One more time. Morris tries to head it. It goes behind the cage and out of play. Oyster Bay with another scoring chance, that time spoiled once more. So a few good chances the last minute or so by the United. Great chance by Chavez in front. It deflected way out of play. As New Jersey will move the ball around, it takes the deflection off of Joey Holland, and it'll be kept right back to New Jersey. Salcedo, the goalkeeper, will take it, boot it down, try to find Malik Stewart. He taps it down, Stewart that is, and he'll swing on over. New Jersey trying to move in one more time. It's taken away, pickpocketed by Dylan Woods of Oyster Bay. It takes another bounce off of New Jersey, goes off the head of a New Jersey defender. And with that, Oyster Bay will have a throw-in on the far left side. That defender was Matthew Gottrell for New Jersey. So the Alliance, they've had their chances. Oyster Bay had 2 of their own. No score so far as we're a few minutes into this contest. The semifinal, the winner plays Queensboro. Almost 7 full minutes in to be exactly. Junior Rosero Zero on the right side, retreats over to Lynch to his left. Matthew Lynch will drop all the way back inside the Oyster Bay zone to Altuve, who swings to Dylan Woods. So Luis Altuve gives to Dylan Woods. Woods dropping back to Altuve again. Coming around the horn now to Blanco. As Oyster Bay trying to get something situated one more time. Ruiz trying to battle a ball right there. He can't pick it up exactly. He's still fighting with it. Now he's on a race for it. Here's finally Sebastian Ruiz. But I believe he was called offsides. And with that, Oyster Bay, the possession is nullified. So a racing opportunity for Oyster Bay again. That was Sebastian Ruiz that time. He goes a little too far, and New Jersey gets the ball right back. So here the Alliance, sliding all the way down. Woods defensively, Stewart trying to play it. Malik Stewart has 5 goals on the year. He leads the team in that category. Stewart dances around, drops back on over. Christian Villegas, that is, as they'll swing one more time to Stewart. It's too far of a stretch, and it goes out of play. I believe off New Jersey. Yes, it does. So that possession again lost by the Alliance. They've had a few chances. Trying to set up one there. The last incredible chance was the first chance of the game. Either way, Oyster Bay's got it. And Oyster Bay will move the ball around. Still is Morris now. Morris trying to move past the halfway marker. Feeds on over. They'll retreat. Give on over to Andy Blanco, that is. And Blanco will give to Lynch, who slides down trying for Joey Holland. Gottrell's there defensively. Swing across, taken away by New Jersey. Skied up in the air, playing it down, trying at least is Oyster Bay. Lynch gets a foot on it. Now a feed across to Ruiz on the far right side. Ruiz shoots a shot that goes wide of the cage. Great opportunity for the United. Joey Holland bound to keep the ball alive. He does on the left side. Here's Joey Holland. Holland swinging one across. Chance in front, deflected. Second opportunity, booted away by New Jersey, but kept it alive by Oyster Bay. Here's Morris. Morris dancing. He gets taken down. No whistle called on the play. Here comes New Jersey. Oyster Bay won the foul call. They won't get one. Pass across intended for Stewart is intercepted by Oyster Bay. Here comes the United one more time racing. That was taken away by New Jersey. New Jersey's got it again. The Alliance moving forward, trying to find Stewart. Here's a fast break from Malik Stewart. Stewart racing with a chance. Taken away, intercepted. Great play by Morris to get back there defensively. So it was a 1-on-3. The 3 took out the 1, and with that, here comes Oyster Bay playing with the ball again. Carriel's got it. He swings to Woods. Woods just trying to resettle easily past to Carriel. Carriel trying to move easily past the half line. He does, trying Joey Holland now. Holland racing with Gottrell. Holland on the far left side. Swinging things across. Swallowed up, taken away by Salcedo. And with that, New Jersey, the Alliance, will reset after almost having a great chance on the opposite end to finally strike one. And before that chance, it was Oyster Bay with the racing opportunity. A no call was there. Morris was taken down. There was no whistle call. Before that, no call. 2 great opportunities by Oyster Bay. They couldn't capitalize past the Alliance. So we're getting a scrappy game with several opportunities here in this first half. We just begun recently. Almost 11 full minutes in the contest, and there's still no score on Long Island. Ball batted up in the air. Sebastian Ruiz trying to play it. Trickling out of play it is, but it's kept in by Oyster Bay. New Jersey. The Alliance footing things around, trying to find Stewart again there. Was Romario De Palma. Stewart dancing around. Woods pickpockets, and here comes Dylan Woods defensively, now moving across. Racing again. Here's Ruiz. Oyster Bay trying to get one going here. They had 2 chances a few minutes ago. Couldn't capitalize. Chance again in front. Salcedo gets there, comes way out of his crease, and boots it out of play. So Oyster Bay getting more rushing attacks, forcing another boot off of the Alliance, and here comes the United moving again inside the Alliance territory. Carriel dancing with it. He's pickpocketed. Stewart going down the field, trying to pick it up, though it's taken by Altuve. And Altuve will swing things off and takes a deflection. Finally, it goes on over to Joey Holland off the foot of Andy Blanco. Holland swings across, trying to find a man in front. It's deflected off the head of a New Jersey defender, and a great play by the Alliance to prevent another scoring opportunity. Stewart off a few feet, moves again. Here comes Malik Stewart. Stewart with it. Gives on over, now kicks again. Chance in front, moving across on that side is Woods. It's finally taken away by Oyster Bay, and here come the United moving right to left again. A lot of chatter I'm sure you can hear on the sidelines here. These teams, they have a history so far, and they have a lot of words to say, especially in these first few minutes. New Jersey moving again. It's taken away by Stewart. Pickpocket intercepted. Lynch there trying to battle for it. Low ball. Also there is Holland. Holland finally gets it. He'll swing across. Carriel trying to pick it up. Chavez also there. Chavez retreating in the left corner. He'll try to fancy back to Holland, though he's met there defensively by Toib Shamudu. Taken down there is Chavez. Oyster Bay wanted a foul. They won't get one. Pass eventually goes towards the halfway marker. It's intercepted by Altuve. I believe New Jersey wanted offsides. They won't get it. Oyster Bay still moves with the ball. Oyster Bay again retreating, this time moving and trying to occupy something inside the Alliance zone. A good game so far, several chances, still no score, about 15 minutes or so in. 13-15 to be exact. Holland, great opportunity, deflected away by the Alliance. Ball kept alive by Holland on the left corner. Swing across, open opportunity, takes another deflection. Eventually it ricochets out of play, and it will be Oyster Bay having another offensive formation. They'll set things up again, this time on the right side of the field, inside the Alliance territory. After that, here's Ruiz. Sebastian Ruiz dancing around on the far right side. Ruiz shaking around, trying to find Carriel, intercepted again by the Alliance, and footed down by the Alliance. Playing it there is Altuve for Oyster Bay. He still tries to race for it, though here's a racing chance for the Alliance. A feed over to Stewart. Stewart dancing on the side. Tries to shoot one, takes a shot with the left foot, is swallowed up easily by Giancarlo Perez. So Giancarlo Perez makes his first save of the game. Stewart tried to dance around with that left foot. He put it right on goal, but Perez read it like a book, and we're still scoreless. Akeem Morris moving things over. New Jersey wanted the offsides call. The ball will still be in the possession of Oyster Bay regardless, as Morris throws it into Carriel and will now give to Lynch. Lynch drops back to Altuve inside the Oyster Bay zone, who will now swing on the far left side to Dylan Woods near the Oyster Bay bench. Playing catch with Altuve is Woods. Good pressure by Stewart and the Alliance. Lynch also in retreat mode. Giancarlo will swing on over to Andy Blanco. Blanco will fancy down, trying for a racing opportunity for Ruiz or Chavez. It's Ruiz on the far right side. He's met defensively, but he still has the ball. Junior Rosero also trying to find a chance in front. Ruiz tries to shoot a shot, but it takes a bounce off a Alliance defender. It ricochets out of play. Oyster Bay, though, will get a free kick to restart this contest. Scrappy game so far. A little over 15 minutes, 15:22 to be exact. Still no score between New Jersey and Oyster Bay. The winner takes on Queensboro in the regional final next weekend, either on June 25th or June 26th in Brooklyn. Feed across for Holland by Oyster Bay. Intercepted, slid down, racing chance for Stewart. Perez is out of his cage. Altuve backs it up with a steal. Great defensive play for Altuve. Oyster Bay caught off their guard for a few seconds. Good matchup, but here's a chance for Junior now. Rosero racing for it. Scooped up away by New Jersey. Tap down, slid in the air. Oyster Bay trying to recover. New Jersey desperately trying to clear it. The Alliance, a battle there with Carriel. He can't pick it up. Will be taken away by Lacriff. And Lacriff will force a throw-in for New Jersey after it went off of Carriel last. So a throw-in by the Alliance. Akeem Morris tries to get there defensively. He'll be backed up by Blanco. After that, by Blanco, a swing to Altuve. So it's Altuve now. Altuve swinging around. Altuve mashing his way forward. Trying to find Holland. It's intercepted though by Gottrell. Now to Stewart. Malik Stewart on a heave. Lost the handle but has to drop back now. Little give and go opportunity. Deflected by Woods defensively. Altuve also there gets a header. Finally settled down by Stewart. Now he kicks on over. Chance in front one more time. Racing opportunity. A shot. And it goes. Does it go in? I believe it goes behind the cage and out. So a great opportunity for New Jersey. They couldn't capitalize on that one. The Alliance are shocked that they missed that chance, so it still remains scoreless. So a corner by New Jersey. It's kind of tough from our angle to see exactly what took place post that opportunity. Anyway, here comes Oyster Bay moving right to left. Tough vantage point to see whether or not the goal actually went in. It didn't go in, obviously. Oyster Bay, nonetheless, is moving the ball right to left still. Eventually went out of play, and here comes a throw-in chance. Oyster Bay still moving the ball around. Chance for Holland, intercepted. Taken down, finally settled back by Oyster Bay. Here's a feed to Carriel. Carriel feeds one across. Tapper down. Loose ball picked up by New Jersey. And he'll feed on over. New Jersey still moving the ball around. A racing chance for Stewart again. He collides with Woods. Woods gets knocked down. Oyster Bay wanted to call. They won't get one. Either way, it's Giancarlo Perez resetting for the United. Oyster Bay wants some physical contact with the head there. They won't get it. Anyway, the United still have the ball, and they'll move it around inside their zone. A big game here. A little bit of history between these teams. Oyster Bay has never scored, at least the last 2 times, against NJ Alliance. Earlier in the spring, Oyster Bay lost to this team 4-0. Last fall, in the regional final, Oyster Bay lost 1-0. And that game had a lot of physicality, especially towards the end. Akeem Morris trying to play it around for Oyster Bay. A little chip there. Finally settled down by Andy Blanco, and now he'll swing across. Swing opportunity. Holland rings it off the crossbar. A grade A scoring chance, but the goalie's best friend in that crossbar keeps it scoreless at 0 apiece. A great opportunity for Joey Holland, but he couldn't sail it by to put Oyster Bay up 1-0. Nonetheless, here's New Jersey moving the opposite way, though it's intercepted quickly by Woods. Woods, now to Carriel. Holland to his right. Holland just had a grade A scoring chance moments ago. He rang it off the crossbar. Carriel dancing around. Eventually, he feeds it off a defender of New Jersey. And with that, it'll be a throw-in for Woods. Kevin Santamaria was the defender that last touched that ball for New Jersey. Now it's taken away by Gautreau. Gautreau swing around Holland. He feeds it down, trying to find Stewart. Takes a loose bounce, and finally goes to Altuve now. Here's Altuve giving to Blanco. Blanco swinging across. Tapper down by Carriel. Carriel swings one in front. No one home. Taken away by New Jersey. Salcedo, the goalkeeper, will take it. And reset for his Alliance. But Oyster Bay United, a great opportunity moments ago. A great cross in front for Joey Holland. He put it on goal, but it rang off the iron. The crossbar to be exact. Thus why it's still scoreless, almost 21 full minutes in. Oyster Bay playing defense. They finally take it away. Here's Morris giving over to Lynch. Back to Morris it goes. They play catch on the right side. Oyster Bay moving right to left one more time. Here's Rosero trying to find Holland. Can he make up for it? Holland trying to settle it down. He's pushed around, but it goes in the goal! Joey Holland, he puts it in off a funny bounce, and it's 1-0 Oyster Bay. So after the missed opportunity off the crossbar, some collision in front, Holland got a piece of it. He put it past Salcedo, and Oyster Bay grabs the 1-0 advantage in the 22nd minute of action. Holland missed it earlier. He made up for it there. It's 1-0 United in this semifinal matchup. So Oyster Bay strikes first after a flurry of chances by both teams. Holland gets the goal. It's 1-0 United. What a way to do it. after that, here's New Jersey moving around. A feed across, intercepted by Lynch. Taken away now, here's Holland, who just got the most recent goal. Holland tripped, no call there. Players still play. Here's a feed to Chavez. Chavez on the far left side near the New Jersey bench. Chavez dancing, he's pickpocketed, taken away now by New Jersey. There's a foul on that play. Chavez with a slide. And there's a little bit of extracurricular activity, and a yellow card has been issued after that tackle. So after the tackle, the yellow card issued, also some mixed words. Holland still talking with the official about it. Some missed calls earlier, but that one is called. Right before the yellow card was issued, Chavez was taken down. Nothing was called there. Toib Shodimu was the victim who drew that yellow card. And with that, it's still 1-0, but Oyster Bay, there's a penalty right there. So it's tapper down eventually by the United. Eventually goes out of play off of the NJ Alliance, and here's Rosero. He'll give to Ruiz to restart play, throwing in on the far right side. It's inside the Alliance zone. It's 1-0 Oyster Bay for joining us. Joey Holland with a great chance in front, a physical spur in front of the crease. Holland got a piece of the ball to put it past Salcedo. Before that, he rang it off the arm with a great opportunity. Here's Morris. He'll drop back to Lynch. Lynch will kick in retreat to Altuve, who will swing to the left side. That's Dylan Woods. Woods now kicks over to Lynch. Lynch with it. Kicks to Ruiz. And again, this game still has plenty of time to go, but the United are in front as we speak. Feet in front. Great opportunity. Racing is Rosero. Here comes Junior. Junior shoots. It goes behind the cage. Junior Rosero looking for goal number 19 on the season. He roofs one, trying to go for the top corner, but it hit the side of the cage. Out of play it went. Oyster Bay trying to go up 2-0. That chance spoiled. Salcedo, the goalkeeper for New Jersey, will reboot things into play after that spoiled chance by Junior. Junior, last time around, last weekend here at home, had 5 goals, which was his 5th hat trick of the season. Junior has had a hat trick, 3 goals or more, 5 times throughout the spring 2022 campaign. So far, he has no goals, but a great chance right there to make it 2-0. That time it was spoiled. Stewart's going forward off a feed from the Alliance. Santa Maria moving things around. Chance in front, opportunity taken away by Lynch. Lynch will sky it up in the air. It'll be settled down by Rosero. Rosero playing catch with it. Gives now on over to Andy Blanco. Blanco will look to Lynch, but he'll keep it himself, and now this time fancy down trying Chavez. It goes over the head of Chavez. It's taken down by the Alliance. Up in the air it goes again. It's too far of Junior Rosero, and it will go out of play. New Jersey will get the ball right back. So we'll get a throw-in from the far left side. The Alliance will be doing the throw-in. And after that throw-in, a skirmish goes back to Altuve. Here's a feed, too hot to handle for Carriel, but he finally gets a settle on it. He gets taken down. Now there's a whistle, and Carriel is shaken up after the play. So with that, it looks like we'll get a substitution. Foul call was drawn by Oyster Bay. Carriel was taken down, was a little shaken up afterwards, but he's back on his feet. Looks like we will get that substitution. Bolati Cuido, number 20 in the midfield, he'll come in. He'll check into this contest for the first time today. Checking out will be Matthew Cottrell. He'll be on the bench now. So a free kick after that. Oyster Bay plays it in. Rosero tries to get it. It's taken down by Morris, kept in by Akeem. Here's Akeem Morris. Morris racing on the left side, feeding one in front, trying Chavez. It's intercepted. Chavez battling again, trying to get a chance. Chavez shoots a shot. It goes in the goal. Chavez makes it 2-0 Oyster Bay. And with that, the United have striked twice in this first half of action. Teofilo Chavez, he gets the goal. With that, Oyster Bay leads 2-0. New Jersey not happy about that goal. Second one given up in this period of action. First half, that is. Teofilo Chavez striking there to put the United up by 2. So after Teofilo Chavez got a yellow card and also lost a possession before he scored, he ends up scoring, rifling one on the top corner. And with that, it's Oyster Bay 2 and New Jersey 0. First 2 goals scored against this New Jersey team for Oyster Bay. At least in the last 2 times, they were shut out both times. In the fall regional last year and earlier this year in the spring. After a few bounces taken again by Stewart, here comes New Jersey. New Jersey racing. Going on the right side, Stewart trying to get a chance to cut the deficit in half. Feed across. Perez boots it up in the air after the spoiled chance. Junior racing. Here comes Junior Rosero. Rosero couldn't get there. Defensive play by New Jersey. They reset. And here come the Alliance again, moving left to right. Kept in by the Alliance. Racing around are the Alliance. They're down by 2. A player taken down. And number 8 is shaken up for New Jersey. New Jersey coach here, very upset that it wasn't a call, a yellow at least. It was called, but it was not a yellow card. And the head coach is not very happy about that. Robert Kruk is the head coach for New Jersey. He's assisted by Edgar Guardia and Adam Pollack. Kruk still talking about it. As that was happening, a chance was over the cage of Perez. New Jersey trying to cut that deficit still in half. But before that, Coach Kruk wanted a yellow card called against Oyster Bay. That won't happen regardless. And Oyster Bay, nonetheless, will get things restarted with the possession. Perez will boot it from his goal cage. Christian Villegas was the player taken down. He was shaken up, but he's able to be back on his feet now. That's a chance for New Jersey. It's 2 forwards stretched there on the far left side. Akeem Morris will get things restarted. We introduce the New Jersey coaching staff. Josue Esqueche, the head coach for Oyster Bay. He's assisted by Jean-Pierre Espejo. Espejo, not just the assistant coach, but he's the general manager for the Oyster Bay United. That's the coaching staff for Oyster Bay. As that's taking place, Oyster Bay lost the possession. New Jersey will get a throw-in chance. As we're about to hit nearly the 31-minute mark of this first half. Oyster Bay are up 2-0 over the New Jersey Alliance. Chance blasted well out of play into the crowd. With that, we'll get the ball right back, and we'll have a throw-in from Morris. Right past the 50-yard line here. Again, the United leading 2-0 over the Alliance. The throw-in is made. It's taken by Matthew Lynch, trying to find on over Rosario it is, but here's Holland. Chance in front again. Funny deflection, kept alive, though, by Oyster Bay. It's on the left side. Here's Holland. Holland swinging things around. It goes on play. It looked like it went off New Jersey last. And with that, Oyster Bay will get the corner opportunity. Their third corner of the contest, their second from the left side. Sebastian Ruiz doing the honors again. As we're 31 and a half minutes into the game, 31 and a half minutes into the first half. It's Oyster Bay 2 and New Jersey 0. Ruiz sends one across. Open opportunity, deflected off the defense. Kept in, though, by Rosero. Rosero will give to Ruiz. Play catch with Holland. But it goes out of play. It's too far of a stretch, and it'll be taken now by the Alliance. Salcedo will get things started with a goal kick. He'll boot it as we're at 32-10 in the first half. Lynch tries to play it. Loose ball, hopped up in the air, taken down finally by Lynch. Open opportunity, here's Ruiz. Ruiz tries to settle, it's two out the handle, feet in front, Rosero, fancy kick, but it goes behind the cage and out of play. Junior trying a fancy back kick, that didn't go in. Chance spoiled one more time for Junior. Still 2-0 Oyster Bay nonetheless. So another great opportunity for Oyster Bay. With the amount of chances they've had, they could be up 4 or even 5 at this point. Regardless, it's 2, and it's still a lead. Holland trying to get there. He can't make much of that one. A feed across. Holland trying to get for it towards the scoring table over here. As a ball still played up for. Goes out of play off of the Alliance, and it looks like Joey Holland will force Oyster Bay to keep the ball. Oyster Bay getting set for a throw-in. It's Woods doing the honors towards the Oyster Bay bench. Tapper down. Trying to get there is Chavez, Teofilo Chavez, who scored the most recent goal for Oyster Bay. After a fury of passes, it's the Alliance who pick it up. Feed across again, takes another funny bounce. Flipped up in the air fancifully. Up in the air it goes again. Woods tries to play it down. Settled by Oyster Bay. Almost Oyster Bay. It's actually New Jersey who does it, and they send it down one more time. It's Akeem Morris trying to play it down. Takes another funny bounce. Several headers by the United. Now taken by Morris again. A feed out to Lynch. He's shaken up. He lost the handle. Here comes New Jersey again, but it's batted up again by Altuve. Up in the air it goes. Settled down finally by the Alliance, and all the way back it goes to Salcedo, the goalkeeper for the Alliance. So after a fury of pounces, passes, and a whole bunch more, that's finally skied up. Trying to settle it down there is Ruiz. He can't grab a handle. Kicked around, off a few bodies. Rosero tries to get it. Rosero still dancing. Now that's Ruiz this time. Carriel also trying to get there, but it's finally taken away by the Alliance. The Alliance swing across, and here comes an opportunity to cut the lead in half again. It's Malik Stewart racing. Stewart shooting a shot, ground ball, save, scooped up second chance by Perez. So Stewart with another fast break opportunity. He can't beat by the United. Perez saves the second chance he almost let up, and with that it's still 2-0. After that chance, it was booted down. A blast off the leg of an Alliance defender. It goes out of play. Ruiz will reset things with a throw-in at the halfway marker. But a great chance again for Stewart. Giancarlo Perez makes one save. Second chance was loosed in front. Perez wrapped that one up too. It's 2-0 still, and the Alliance, as we speak, force another ball out of play. Leads to a throw-in from Morris. Morris chucks it in. Couple more bounces still. And it will go out of play again. This time the Alliance will throw it in. 5-7. Almost running out of time in the first half, but there's still at least 45 after the first half comes to a close. Feed down by the United. Racing is Holland on the left side. Holland battling there. Can he pick it up? No, he does not get it. It's taken away by the Alliance. Here comes an opportunity for Salcedo. It's chopped down. Player got shaken up. He's holding his face. A late call, I believe, is made now. Ruiz was involved with Oyster Bay. For New Jersey, the player who got hit in the face was Ali Landgraf. Landgraf was shaken up. The play was halted, but Oyster Bay looks like they will keep the possession. New Jersey, again complaining about another call not called. The Alliance, the coaching, the bench, very loud and chirpy so far in the first half. After that, a throw-in by the United. A great opportunity for Holland now on the left side. Holland shoots a shot, and it goes in the goal. Joey Holland. The pass goes from right to left. Holland rifles it on the low side, and it's 3-0 Oyster Bay. Joey Holland, goal number 2 of the day. He strikes. He gets his second biscuit. He puts it in the basket, and with that, it's 3-0 United. Another missed call. The Alliance complaining about it. Can't do much about it, as that goal will count for Holland. Adam Pollock, one of the assistant coaches, trying to argue for a foul call before the goal went in. He will argue, but he will not win his case. Either way, we'll resume play with New Jersey trailing by 3. The Alliance are probably shocked themselves, because they've had a lot of success in the past 2 times, 1-0 and 4-0, like I've mentioned. Before this contest, Oyster Bay never scored a goal against this Alliance team. They now have 3 in the first half. Joey Holland has 2 of the 3. He just scored the 3rd one. So Joey Holland dancing with it. He gets shoved out of play. Chavez wanted a call. I don't believe the call will be made. We'll see what the official ruling is on the play. I believe they will call it a foul. And it looks like Oyster Bay is going to formulate inside the New Jersey zone again. This time with the corner. The 4th corner of the game. All 5th actually. 4 of the 5 belong to Oyster Bay. Ruiz, the 3rd time, he'll do it from the left side. Holland drew the foul call there. Here comes the corner now. Swing across, opportunity, pass too hot to handle for Blanco. It will ricochet out of play off of the United. Here comes the Alliance going left to right. The Alliance still arguing about calls that were not made, though the score still remains 3-0, regardless of the argument. So a throw-in now by the Alliance after that spoiled chance by the United. A racing chance for New Jersey. Here's Stewart again. Stewart, Holland defensively is there. Stewart will shake around, still move the ball forward, and feed one across. Takes a few bounces, intercepted by Dylan Woods. Here comes Woods for Oyster Bay. Carriel's taken down. No whistle call. Play will resume. Here comes Woods. He'll feed the Chavez. Chavez lost the handle. Here comes New Jersey. New Jersey now lost the handle again. Here comes Holland. He feeds one across, trying Chavez. It's too far of a stretch for Chavez. It'll be taken by Salcedo, the goalkeeper for the Alliance. Arguing still going on here on the sidelines by the New Jersey coaching staff. Up in the air it goes, finally settled down by New Jersey. A racing chance. Perez will meet it with ease. Giancarlo Perez will watch it trickle out. And Oyster Bay United will reset again inside their own zone. Malik Stewart trying to tempt Perez a little bit, or taunt. That won't work out. Anyway, Perez boots it up in the air. After that, and a play opportunity for Junior Rosero. He won't get there. It's tappered down by the Alliance. Loose ball met up by Morris. Here comes Akeem Morris swinging on over. Morris gives to Blanco. Blanco fancying his way down, trying Chavez. Chavez can't get there. It takes a bounce off New Jersey regardless, and it goes out of play. So with that, Morris will get a throw-in on the far right side, inside the Alliance territory. Thrown in, deflected off the Alliance. It goes out of play once more. Morris will do the honors again from that same area. Nah, he'll actually move a little bit farther. So a throw-in. Loose ball around, trying Holland. Can Holland meet with it? It looks like he'll be there. Here comes Joey Holland. Holland has 2 goals already. He's looking for a hat trick possibly. Maybe that could happen in the first half. He's met there defensively. It goes out of play off of the Alliance. And it looks like Oyster Bay will keep things situated. No, they were actually called off a Holland last-minute change. And New Jersey, they're happy about that one. They'll get the ball right back. Holland was confused, as was Oyster Bay at first. Looked like he was going to stay with the United. Nonetheless, it's kept by the Alliance. So it did go off of Holland last. That chance is spoiled. Here comes New Jersey. They'll send things down. It'll be battered down, but it's met down by Morris for Oyster Bay. Blanco now moving across. Here's Sebastian Ruiz. Ruiz dancing with it. Moving across, chance in front again, trying Holland or Chavez. Neither one can hook up with Ruiz. It deflects off the leg of a Alliance defender. It will go out of play. And with that, it'll be a corner kick again for Oyster Bay. Here's the corner kick chance. It's Ruiz doing the honors. Ruiz will swing things across. It's way far from the cage, almost going out of play. Altuve tries to save it. Looks like it went off Altuve last. And it will now be taken by the Alliance again. A few more minutes to go in the first half. We're nearing the 45-minute mark as Oyster Bay leads 3-0 in this semifinal. The regional semifinal of the American Premier Conference. The winner of the semifinal takes on Queensboro next week in Brooklyn for the regional title. Queensboro coming off another victory. The last time Oyster Bay faced Queensboro, they lost 1-0 in a crucial, dominating game that went down to the wire towards the end. Oyster Bay looking to get back there and possibly change the narrative next weekend, this time for a title. New Jersey, they won the title in the fall against this same Oyster Bay team. They trail by 3 here as New Jersey tries to get back in this game, keep their season alive, and maybe if they can come back, they can turn things around. Up in the air it goes, tappered down by the Alliance after a few throw-ins. Here's Malik Stewart dancing with it. Stewart will feed across, it's intercepted by Joey Holland. Holland now. Holland dancing, will swing to Chavez. Chavez now goes back to Holland, they play catch on the far left side. Holland going again, swings across, it's off the iron! Chavez has either found the back of the cage or he's hit the crossbar. That was his second iron today. So he has the same amount of irons as he has goals, 2 each. 2 to 3 for Oyster Bay. Chavez, or pardon me, Holland trying to get the hat-trick opportunity there. Booted up in the air by the Alliance, tapper down by Ruiz. Here comes Sebastian. Sebastian dancing around. Sebastian with it, gives to Lynch. Lynch will swing back to Blanco now. Blanco trying to find Chavez. It takes a funny bounce. It's taken away by the Alliance. Up in the air it goes. Carriel wanted a handball call. He won't get it. Either way, it's settled down by the Alliance, who are desperately trying to move past the halfway marker. They got that, but Blanco's there to meet Stewart. Looks like there will be contact called against Malik Stewart. He got a hand on the back of Andy Blanco. And with that, they'll get things restarted. This time it's going to be the United with the free kick. Looks like we'll have about 2 minutes total of additional time as we've hit the 45-minute mark. 26 in the additional frame. Great chance again by the United. That one skied well over the cage and out of play. Hitting 37 seconds in the additional time. I believe it's 2 minutes additional time. As those 2 minutes expire, the first half will come to a close. Here comes Morris now, trying to make things possibly even more interesting before the half ends. Rosero swings across. Junior feeds one in front, intercepted again. That's Landcriff. Landcriff tries to dance around. He's taken down. It's a foul called against Chavez. There was also a hand on the back of Chavez, but anyway, Chavez is the suspect. As New Jersey tries to move one last time possibly before the half ends. Danced up in the air, Woods meets it, Lynch swings around, Tapper down, up in the air it goes again, battle for the ball continually. Finally settled by New Jersey, they'll move quickly, but it's intercepted by Blanco of Oyster Bay. Oyster Bay, another rushing chance. Rosero, too far of a stretch it is for him, it's taken away by the Alliance. 1:35 now in the additional time, it's skied up in the air. Lynch heads it down. Kicked around again by the Alliance. They'll try one last rush but the ball will ricochet out of play before Oyster Bay will have the possession. And it looks like they're going to call it there, where it will end with 2 minutes of additional time, like said. And the first half ends with 3 goals in favor of Oyster Bay. 45 minutes down, 45 to go. This might be the first half, but there's still one more half to go as the United lead 3-zip over the New Jersey Alliance. 2 goals by Joey Holland, the other by Teofilo Chavez. It's 3-0 Oyster Bay in the semifinal. The winner plays Queensboro in the final next week. We'll step aside as it is halftime, and in about 10 minutes or so, we'll come back for the second half. Keep it live on Coach's Corner NYC on YouTube for this semifinal matchup of the American Premier playoffs between New Jersey and Oyster Bay. Back on Long Island, Oyster Bay, New York, American Premier playoff semifinal between Oyster Bay and New Jersey. 3-0 United over the Alliance as we're about to kick off half number 2. The winner of this game takes on Queensboro in the regional final. It's live coverage of the UPSL, the United Premier Soccer League, on Coach's Corner NYC live on YouTube. I'm Alex Carbonati, your host, and we're ready to rock and roll in half number 2 as this game has been physical. It's been filled with great offensive opportunities, and we've seen 3 goals, 2 by Joey Holland and 1 by Teofilo Chavez, all scored by Oyster Bay. Oyster Bay leading 3-0 as half number 2 is about to begin. A lot of missed calls, a few yellows thrown in the first half, lots of arguments and side chanter and batter on the sidelines here, especially on the New Jersey side. Robert Kruk, the head coach of New Jersey Alliance, trying to argue some calls. The arguments were not successful. Nonetheless, it's Oyster Bay still up by 3. The teams will switch sides. Oyster Bay will go left to right in the second half. New Jersey going right to left in period number 2. And again, a contest that has a lot on the line. This is do or die for either team. The loser of the season comes to a close. The winner will take a trip to Brooklyn to play Queensboro in the regional final. And hopefully on that trip there's no traffic. And with that all together, we are getting set. Oyster Bay will start with the ball at the center. Looks like Chavez, Teofilo Chavez, comes with Junior Rosero before this game comes or starts again. As again, the winner of this game takes on Queensboro, who took down Philadelphia 6-1 earlier today in the semifinal. The first of 2 semifinals in this conference's regionals. Playoffs, that is. 6-1 Queensboro with the victory. Again, they will host the winner of this contest next Saturday or Sunday, June 25th or June 26th. So regardless, we're underway in the second half. Here come the United as they lead by 3. United again, 2 goals by Joey Holland, the other by Teofilo Chavez. That is why Oyster Bay leads. Around again by the Alliance, loose ball, scooped up, taken away by Holland. Holland has 2 of the 3 goals, like I mentioned. He's pickpocketed. Here come the Alliance. Alliance still dancing around. As the United trying to play defense in the red zone, they will do that. They will swing things across. There is Rosero. It deflects off him. It goes out of play. A quick throw-in by the Alliance. Swinging across, intercepted, taken by Akeem Morris. Morris swings things down, trying to find a teammate in Chavez. He takes a fancy bicycle kick. Here comes a chance for Rosero. Junior dancing with it. Junior can't grab a handle. It's dropped back to the goalkeeper in Salcedo for New Jersey. And again, here go the Alliance. They're going right to left, but they're trying to move it past their own zone. The United are hounding right now, and United will dance around. They still lose the handle. Here come the Alliance. They're retreating. Now it's skied up in the air. Batted down almost by the United. Finally headed down, and it's caught by Giancarlo Perez. Giancarlo Perez faced one really good chance the last half. Malik Stewart with a fast break opportunity. He fired it right on goal. Perez read it like a book and made the save. As that ball goes up in the air, a header. Penalty also called, a foul exactly on Sebastian Ruiz. That's the first whistle of the second half. It will now lead to an Oyster Bay free kick, and New Jersey free kick. Here come the Alliance. The Alliance are in red, Oyster Bay in yellow. Dancing around. Offsides has been called. And Robert Kruk continuing to argue about that call, one of the many. So nonetheless, it'll be Perez restarting things. And offsides was called at the last minute. Robert Kruk continuing to argue about several calls that have gone against his team or calls that have not been made whatsoever. Anyway, chip, a player down now after some collision. Holding his knee there is number 8 for New Jersey. That's Christian Villegas. He went down earlier favoring his knee, but he's back on his legs for a second time. Fancy chance in front. New Jersey desperately racing. It will go far and out of play on the far right side of the field. The narrative has not just been the Oyster Bay goals, but it's been the several calls that have A, not been called, and B, that have gone against New Jersey. The calls that have gone against New Jersey have been argued multiple times. And still a conversation by Kruk to the side official right in front of us. You can't see it on your screen, but trust me, it's happening. Anyway, a right side kick swallowed up by Perez. So Giancarlo Perez snagging that one, making it look at it as easy as pie. A right corner kick was made by the Alliance. Perez swallowed up, prevented the chance, and it still remains 3-0. Blanco lost the handle, trying to get there defensively. It's backed up by Altuve. Here's Blanco now, fancying across. It takes a few more funny bounces. Blanco still dancing. New Jersey wanted a call. They won't get it. Loose ball finally picked up by the Alliance again. Here comes New Jersey's Malik Stewart. Stewart dancing. Lynch there defensively. He forces the turnover. Stewart also there. Now Lynch again, still ping-ponging around. Finally, the ball's taken by Ruiz. Here comes Sebastian. Sebastian Ruiz going left to right, circling down, trying to find Chavez. Chavez is racing forward, opportunity up in the air, headed up by New Jersey, settled down again by Ruiz. Here's Sebastian. Sebastian taken down, he's tripped, no whistle call on the play. Sebastian is down on the ground, he's slow to get up. Sebastian Ruiz, he needs attention. Nonetheless, the play will continue with New Jersey moving right to left. Sebastian Ruiz is down on the field, but New Jersey is still occupying inside the United territory. Finally, the ball goes out of play, the whistle is blown, and Sebastian Ruiz will finally get some medical attention. So before that whistle was called and Sebastian Ruiz gets the check on him, he was taken down. Seems to be at least a lower body situation. He's being tended to by the medical staff of this Oyster Bay team. And before he was being tended to, like you see, there was a great chance for New Jersey on the opposite end. Play continued while Ruiz was down on the ground. So Ruiz, he's back on his feet. He'll stretch things out, making sure he's okay to continue the contest. Though the way it looks, he's going to have to come off. Limping a little, as you see. It seems to be his left knee. So Ruiz is out. He wants to sub back in. It won't happen yet. Anyway, the game will continue. Ruiz is shaken up. He looks to check in at the net substitution. Anyway, here's New Jersey dancing things around. So anyway, here comes Stewart with a chance, trying to find a chance there for Stewart. No, it's good. It's not good. It's taken away by Woods for the United, who will now give to Blanco. Blanco swings across, intercepted again by the Alliance. Swing chance in front. Stewart with an opportunity, tries to head it up. Stewart trying to back it up there a second time. Stewart shooting, it's blocked by Altuve. Second chance blasted by Blanco. Ruiz is back on the field. Hurt knee or whatever it is, he's back on and he boots it out. But a great defensive play, a block by Altuve and Blanco to back it up there. New Jersey still has the ball, but that play kept it still 3-0 in favor of the United. Battle skirmish on the far right side of the field. There's Woods. He's taken down. There's no whistle called. Woods is now shaken up, and he's down on the field. Woods is hurt. I believe he might need some medical attention. He is still down on the ground, and now the whistle is finally called. So Dylan Woods is shaken up, the second Oyster Bay player to be hurt in a matter of a few minutes. And Woods will now get attention, possibly. The officials will check on Dylan Woods. Giancarlo Perez, the goalkeeper for Oyster Bay, also runs to the scene to check on his teammate. There might be, or looks like there might need to be some checking. So far, neither the head coach or the assistant coach / GM of Oyster Bay has run onto the field yet to check on his player. But Dylan Woods is starting to get back on his feet. Seems to be possibly a lower body again, maybe the right knee of his. That's the second Oyster Bay player shaken up in a matter of a few minutes as the clock still continues to wind down. We just hit 53 minutes exactly. It's 3-0 Oyster Bay. No goals so far in the second half, but the first half had 3 strikes by the United. 2 by Joey Holland, the other by Teofilo Chavez. So Woods is back on his feet. He'll throw things back into play to Perez. Perez will dance around. He sends it down. It's taken by the Alliance, headed off the head of Lynch. A few more bounces it goes. Here's a chance for Carriel, but it takes a funny bounce again. Settled down by Ruiz. Here's Chavez. He can't grab a handle. It's blasted out by the Alliance. So another great sequence, possibly for Oyster Bay. That's cleared out. It goes out of play, and it looks like a corner is going to happen. Ruiz will be doing the honors from the far right side. 54 minutes, 11 seconds. Maybe you hear it, maybe not, but there's a lot of background noise and a lot of skirmish between both benches here. As it's still 3-0. Right side of the corner, kick in front, deflected, kept in by Junior. Rosero can't get there. Carriel heads it back into play. It's Holland now swinging across. There's Blanco. Blanco dancing. Drops back on over. Racing Carriel. Carriel a feet in front. Intercepted by the Alliance. Kept in by Holland. Clear attempt no good. Cleared one more time by the Alliance. Holland lost the handle. And now it's blasted all the way back down to Perez. Perez dancing. Swinging out of Blanco. Perez shaking. Pardon me, Blanco, that is. Feeds one down, trying Carriel, takes another bounce out of, almost out of play. Woods is with it. Stewart is there. Woods is there defensively. Stewart will retreat around, reset. Oyster Bay again pressuring with that defensive edge. Whistle called. Oyster Bay will not get the possession as a foul was called against them. So New Jersey will get the free kick chance, as that foul was called against Oyster Bay. And with that in mind, here comes a chance for the Alliance trying to cut this deficit to 2. So the Alliance with a free kick chance, trying to make things interesting as we're about to hit the 56th minute of action. Christian Villegas getting set for the free kick chance on the far right side on your screen. Villegas is there. He will fire the kick forward. It's blocked away by Woods with a header, and it will eventually ricochet out of play. So Woods, a nice defensive header there, forcing a throw-in now for the Alliance on the far right side on your screen. 56, almost a half, 56-25 to be exact. 3-0 Oyster Bay in the semifinal. The winner plays Queensboro in Brooklyn next weekend. And hopefully next weekend it's not that chilly as it is today. Apparently it's 64, it feels like 63, but the way the wind is blowing, it feels like we're back in the fall. Technically it's June 18th. It feels like more like October 18th, but nonetheless it's still 3-0. And regardless, that possession went out of play, the last possession off the Alliance. Here comes Oyster Bay with a throw-in chance. Junior Rosero there with an opportunity. Also Carriel goes off Carriel last. It ricochets out of play here, the Alliance. So the Alliance will get the throw-in. They'll be resetting. More skirmishes and words being thrown. what the holdup is, possibly some more choice words being thrown between the players. Anyway, the throw-in now is here, and it's blasted away by Holland. Loose ball scooped up by the Alliance. Settled down now. There's Akeem Morris. Morris dancing around, trying to keep it alive. He's being cornered towards the left side. He's tackled around. It will go out of play nonetheless off the Alliance, and Akeem Morris will have a throw-in on the far side. Rosario is there. Junior. Forward going across. It's Carriel. Carriel moving things around. Here's a chance for Holland. Now gives to Chavez. Chavez dancing. Chavez shooting a shot. It's blocked. Great opportunity there. Kept alive, though, by the United as Chavez had a chance to make it 4-0. Chavez now with it. Now it's Holland. Holland retreating back to Lynch. Lynch swings around to Carriel. Carriel retreats. Now it goes back over to Woods. He has to chase for it as it's well out of the zone. Back into the Oyster Bay zone it goes. Perez will come out of his cage to play it. He'll give to Woods, who gives to Lynch, who retreats back to Perez, the goalkeeper. Perez, a quiet day. He's made 2 saves so far. The most notable one was most recently off a corner kick chance by the Alliance. After that, some footsie still played, and now it's taken away by the Alliance. They're inside their own zone this time. They're trying to move right to left again. Swing across. Chance again for the Alliance. They still trail by 3. Fancy chance towards the left side of the cage. Goes out of play off of the Alliance, and it will be Perez restarting from his keeper's net. Nearly at 60 minutes, 59-39 to be exact. Still at least 30 minutes to go of soccer as New Jersey trails Oyster Bay 3-0. All 3 goals coming in half number 1. 2 by Holland, 1 by Chavez for the United. So Perez will reset. Has a goal kick from the right side. He skies it up in the air. It will be settled down off ahead of the Alliance, and Stewart will try to play it fully. Stewart still dancing. Stewart fancied around, pickpocketed, taken away by Chavez now. Up in the air it goes, silence down, taken again by Morris. He boots it well high and out of play. And it looks like it'll be the Alliance with a throw-in from that area where Morris blasted it. After that blast, a dump in towards the New Jersey Alliance area, well behind the cage. Off of Oyster Bay it goes, and here comes Salcedo blasting it from his net. Nearly at the 61-minute mark. Oyster Bay still up 3-0. 3 goals in the first, nothing. No score for either team in period 2. Another blast down the field that goes on play off of the Alliance, and Oyster Bay will reset this time now in their own zone. So trading areas, trading back ends. This time will be a throw-in for Woods on the far left side. Or far right side, excuse me. The far left side of goalkeeper Giancarlo Perez. With some more substitutions by New Jersey as they trail 3-0 in this contest. Throw-in again by the United. That's too far. Will go out of play. The Alliance trying to blaster it around. It goes off a body one more time, off the Alliance again. Here comes Oyster Bay with another throw-in. You see it on the side of your screen. As Oyster Bay, they lead 3-0. As we just hit the 62nd minute of this contest. Another throw-in, deflects out of play again. We'll do the charade again. This time we'll move a little bit farther. Throw-in again by the United. Trying to find Chavez there. It's too far for stretch again. It goes out of play. Anyway, it goes out of play, and here comes a throw-in for New Jersey. Throw-in by the Alliance. Battle with it there. Thrown center down. Kept in alive now, and it'll be blasted away. Here's Sebastian Ruiz off those few passes. Sebastian Ruiz dancing around. He's on the far right side, as you see. Ruiz with it. Circles around, retreats, gives to Morris. Morris dancing, 2 defenders on him. Morris will still shake, feed one across to Ruiz. Ruiz has to shake around more defenders. He hops, sent down again by the United. Racing there is Junior. Junior Rosero tries to get there. Ricochets out of play. Looked like it touched the Alliance last, and Oyster Bay will get another chance, a throw-in on that far right side. Thrown again by Ruiz. It's met by Sebastian. Sebastian dancing around. He's taken down. A whistle called. He is tripped, and a foul again against the Alliance. So with that, there'll be a free position chance, free position shot for Cariel from the far right side. Here's the corner kick. It goes towards the cage. That wind must have taken it far towards the left as I hear my papers rattle. That goes out of play. And it looks like New Jersey will get the possession right back with the throw-in. A few more bounces. Here's Stewart racing now. Dancing still. Defensively there is Woods for Oyster Bay. Here come the Alliance moving quickly. Though the pass is too far of a stretch, it goes right to Giancarlo Perez. And Giancarlo Perez will get things restarted with a boot of his own. 65th minute, Perez blasts it down the field, trying to find Junior or somebody over there. He can't find anyone as is taken by the Alliance. Through the legs of the official, that pass goes. Feeding across, Alliance still moving. Good meet there by Holland of Oyster Bay, blasted again by Woods down the field. Rosero tries to play it. Here's Junior, feeding a chance for Chavez. That pass to Chavez takes a funny bounce. It's scooped up by Salcedo, and that throw will go on over. Ruiz is defensive. It's sent down. Morris is there. He tries to play it. Akeem Morris with a great meet defensively. He's in his own zone. He has to retreat. He's on the far corner over there on the left side of your screen. And Akeem Morris will dance around. Morris feeds across, trying to find over to Blanco. Blanco can't get there. Neither can Cariel. Here's Cariel dancing. Now it's taken away by the Alliance. The Alliance still shaking around. They're down by 3. Scoop shot on goal, easily swallowed by Perez on that left side. And Giancarlo goes down to make his 3rd save of the afternoon. So Giancarlo Perez, not completely tested thick and thin, but the chances he has seen, he has stopped all 3. After the clear, a few more kicks around, and here comes Joey Holland. Holland drops back to Rosero. Here's Junior. Junior fancies one down, trying to find Chavez. Chavez feeds a chance for Ruiz, but it's too far of a stretch. Could have been called offsides if he went through. After that, the throwaway. Chavez. That's Ruiz actually with the throw or the push, and a yellow card will be issued against Sebastian Ruiz for that push-off. Clearly tossed it down. That's Ali Lancriff. So Ruiz, the yellow card goes against him. He's the 2nd Oyster Bay player with a yellow today. The other one, Teofilo Chavez. That will lead to a free kick chance, as you see on the screen, from the left side at around the 35-yard line of the field. A free kick for the Alliance. It looks like we'll have a substitution in the process before the play takes place. Chavez will come off. Pedro Vacasella will check in for the first time this afternoon. So Vacasella is in. Chavez, who has a yellow card but also a goal, will come off to the bench. So here comes the free kick chance. 64, 67, 16 into the 2nd period. The wind again blowing this ball around, so we'll have to reset one more time. I'll tell you, the wind has definitely been a factor. And again, here we go with the wind. It's been blowing crazy here with this wind all afternoon. Started to happen at around 3 o'clock, 3:30 or so. That ball's blasted out of play. It goes off a Alliance player in front, and Perez will get things restarted with a goal kick in his cage. But with the wind, apparently it's 63 degrees. Doesn't feel like it. But the wind has not stopped the players from playing. They're playing, and Oyster Bay has played very well. They're up 3-0 as we just hit the 68th minute. Up in the air it goes, off the kick from Perez, loose ball, header again by Blanco, loose ball, it's Morris trying to play there. It's taken away though by the Alliance. Morris trapped down, he falls to the ground but is blasted out of play. That chance coming towards us, and the wind was so curling that it went back into the field. That clear. So it was a clear off the foot of Morris. It carouseled its way back onto the field out of play. Nonetheless, we have a ball chance, and here's a feed to Rosero from Holland. Junior, resetting, crisscrossing around, a feed now to Vacasella. Here's Pedro. Pedro will give to Matthews Carriel. Carriel on the left side, corners one around, and swallowed up, and caught by the Alliance. Salcedo there with the save. Now it's taken by the Alliance, here comes Stewart. Racing quickly, Stewart with it, feeds across, open chance, intercepted by Woods. Great defensive play by Oyster Bay. Vacasella now swings things down off the chest of a defender there for the Alliance. Carriel dancing with it, Carriel shaken down, he wanted to call. Vacasella also tripped. A whistle is called, and a foul will be called against New Jersey once more. Carriel got caught up with one of the defenders, number 20 in Bolati Cuadio. Here's Morris. Morris is taken down, and a whistle is called again as Morris is dropped. Hopefully, folks, you didn't hear that. Apologize if you did. At the New Jersey Alliance, continually complaining about calls they are not getting in their favor. As that has been riled up on this sideline, Oyster Bay, they've been kind of quiet. Play was boosted out off the leg of an Alliance player. It's going to be Carriel throwing in. Now it's Morris, actually. And Oyster Bay again up 3. They'll move the ball one more time. Morris shaking around. He lost the handle. Morris takes some contact, too. Morris going close to a player. Morris will now hit something, and New Jersey again will complain about another no call. New Jersey wanted something called obstruction on that play as Morris tried to taunt one of the Alliance players. With that, it's cleared down. After a few more bounces, here comes Oyster Bay again trying to play it. A New Jersey player is down on the field. Nonetheless, here comes the Alliance. Chance for Holland, a hat-trick chance. The shot's blocked. It ricochets out of play. It looks like it'll be kept in favor of Oyster Bay. Another offensive chance, looks like from the left corner. I believe that's Ruiz. No, it's Vacasella, pardon me. Vacasella. Getting ready to boot one again as the wind again impacts his kick. And again, if you keep hearing the side language, we apologize for that. So much we can do to control the tempers on the field. The officials have had enough of the banter from the New Jersey Alliance, causing a squirm now. Looks like the assistant coach might be getting thrown out, ejected. So it looks like the assistant coach, Adam Pollock, has been thrown out of the game for a whole bunch of banter. Anyway, play has resumed after that skirmish. And it'll be thrown up in the air, kicked up in the air, and a loose ball scooped up. With that, it goes out of play. And here comes Morris. Thrown in by Morris, loose up in the air again. Morris plays it down, scooped up by the Alliance. A battle towards the sideline here. It goes out of play again. Looks like it went off the Alliance, and here comes another throw-in. We just hit the 74th minute. A lot of banter, frustration, emotions. No goals so far in the second half. All three came in the first, all scored by Oyster Bay. With that, a few more bounces around. Here comes Lynch. Lynch dancing. Vacasella now meets it. Here's Vacasella dancing around and going in retreat mode. He'll now circle forward, try to hit a player. He hits Carriel, and Carriel will find Rosero. Here's Junior. Junior finding a chance for Holland. Holland can't get there. It's too far of a stretch. Salceda comes way out of his crease to prevent a possible 4-0 opportunity. With that, it's blastered down and tappered down by Vacasella. Vacasella now Carriel with it. Carriel takes some contact. It goes out of play. And it looks like with that, it last touched the Alliance. Oyster Bay will throw things in. After that, Oyster Bay, it's knocked out of play. It's thrown in. It will be thrown in. Now it is by the Alliance. We're about to hit the 75-minute mark. It's blastered down. Oyster Bay trying to get there defensively. There's Dylan Woods racing for it. He'll have to spin around in the far right corner, circle things, get back on track, and here comes Woods resetting and circling over. Altuve now with it. Altuve cranes one around. Batted down, though, by the Alliance. Racing chance by Lynch. He sends it down. Lynch moving down quickly. Salcedo way out of his crease. Loose ball opportunity, empty cage. Holland a chance for a hat trick. Open chance. Here's a chance for Rosero. He shoots the shot, and it goes wide. Junior Rosero with an open goal opportunity, and it goes far right and out of play. A chance to make it 4-0 was spoiled as Rosero looked for his 19th of the season. After that blasted crazy play, it's sent down by the Alliance. Comes off a few more bounces. Here's Carriel retreating to Vacasella. Vacasella now, feeding one in front. Here's Junior. Rosero lost the handle. It's pickpocketed, taken away. It takes a few more funny bounces. Here comes the Alliance. 76-34. Dancing around still are the Alliance. They trail by 3. Oyster Bay wanted a handball call. They won't get it. Lynch trying to pickpocket the ball after that. Loose ball now taken away by Oyster Bay. Here's Woods. Woods racing quickly, gives to Carriel. Carriel now, as Oyster Bay has offensive numbers. Swing across, Holland taps it down. Holland with a chance. Holland trying to shoot when he feeds to Ruiz. Ruiz, chance in front, deflected again, and it goes out of play. Junior Rosero, a chance again in front of the cage. He cannot find the back of the net. So with that, a corner kick. Ruiz will be doing the honors. He puts it in play. He plays catch with Holland. Holland dancing around with it. He'll reset to Lynch. Then Corrals one across. Trying to find over to Rosero on the far left. Swing again in front. Opportunity. It does not go in. Another grade A scoring chance. Oyster Bay trying to put more icing on the cake. The finishing touches are not finished. And that chance again is spoiled to make it 4-0 at least. Before we resume play, it looks like Sebastian Ruiz, after he missed the opportunity, will be subbed out. Coming in for Oyster Bay is Wilbur Gomez. So Sebastian is out, Wilbur is in. It's still 3-0 as we're at 78-24 in the second half. With that, the Alliance tried to move something quickly. It's taken away by Oyster Bay. Here's Oyster Bay swinging across. Chance in front, deflected again. It's ricocheting out of play. Will it be kept in a battle for it? Here's Carriel. Now that one's corralled out off the Alliance. Here comes a throw-in one more time for Oyster Bay. Keith Morris looks like he'll be throwing things in just in the 70th minute. Morris will throw it in, give the Holland trap back to Morris. Here's Akeem Morris playing catch with Carriel. Now back to Morris it goes. Here's Morris with a chance. He fires! And it goes over the cage. A great opportunity for Morris. It looked like he might have won it at first. But it's sailed high, and Morris trying to put, again, a finishing touch. Oyster Bay with several chances, at least 4 in the past few minutes. All 4 could have gone in and possibly made it a rout. Feed across, Morris intercepts it. Here comes Oyster Bay, he's dancing around. Morris, push down, whistle called. Foul against the Alliance. So Morris gets pushed down. Before that, he had a grade A scoring chance to make it 4-0. That was spoiled. As we just hit the 80th minute exactly. Corralled around by the United. It eventually goes over the head of Acasella and out of play. Here comes the throw-in for the Alliance. 8-12. Under 10 minutes to go with some possible additional time coming. We'll find out soon. Fade across, intercepted quickly. Gomez can't grab the handle completely. It goes out of play. Now a quick throw-in by the Alliance. Oyster Bay trying to force a turnover. They do not do that. They actually do last minute. They called it in favor of the United. The last touch New Jersey, so here comes Oyster Bay. Morris with a throw-in. Morris will chuck it, trying to find Holland. Holland taps it down, feeds one, finding for Junior Rosero, but it's offsides. Junior too far, too ahead. The offsides is called. It's still 3-0. Ball still blasted around. Here's Junior Rosero with it. Junior dancing with it, drops back to Lynch. Lynch now circles around. He's taken down. No whistle called. Loose ball, trying to be picked up by Holland. He gets it. Holland still dancing around 3 defenders. Holland now a 4th. Joey Holland puts a shot on goal, but it goes wide. That ball, after that chance by Holland, it goes out of play, but it'll be kept by the United. As we're about to hit the 82nd minute. Acasella there on the far left corner on your screen has a free kick chance. So Pedro will blast it. Send one across, bat it up in the air again. Loose ball, tapper down. Whose ball is it? It'll be the Alliance, as there was a foul against Oyster Bay. Retreat by the Alliance to move things across. Loose ball tapped down by Blanco. Here's a chance for Carriel, though it's quickly intercepted again. 82-33, almost towards the end of this contest as the United are minutes away from advancing to the final. Winner of this semifinal takes on Queensboro in Brooklyn next weekend in the regional final of the American Premier Division. It is playoff time. As the chance goes in front, Rosero is stopped on the doorstep. That's a loose ball scooped up by the Alliance. It's batted up in the air. It's playable now. Lynch will get it. He'll head it on over to Vacasella. Vacasella trying to stay with full control on it. He's got it. Here's Vacasella. Vacasella swinging across. Vacasella now to Rosero. Trying a chance. A push in front. Gomez. Oyster Bay wanted a call, but they won't get it. Oyster Bay wanted a call for the push off of Gomez inside the box. They won't get the call, but here's Vacasella battling now with the ball. Vacasella draws the ball in favor of Oyster Bay, but the last chance before, a great chance for Gomez to make it 4-0, spoiled. A push off was there, but no penalty was called also. At a free kick opportunity, Vacasella will swing things down, trying to find Holland. Holland damping. Up in the air it goes. Altuve tries to meet it. All the way back in the defensive zone. Perez, open chance opportunity for the Alliance. It goes over the cage and out. Perez almost malfunctioned. He was well out of the cage, almost creating a dangerous situation. The goal was open, but the chance was spoiled by the Alliance. Andre Vieira had the opportunity, but he couldn't sail it by. But here's the corner for the Alliance. There's a chance in front. It takes a few deflections. It will ricochet, kept in play, and it's kept alive. Set a chance in front. Perez comes out of his crease, swipes it down, makes the stop, and sends it down for a racing Carriel. Here comes Carriel. Matthews racing with it. Just over 85 minutes, race for Junior. Chance for Junior now, he's circling, he's shooting, it's a save! Second chance opportunity, Gomez. Gomez trying to keep it alive. Junior backs him up. Chance for Holland. Holland the hat trick, chance, another stop on net by Salcedo. Salcedo with another stop to keep it 3-0. That's cleared down. Morris is there, he tries to pick it up, he swings on over. Morris gives now to Gomez. Gomez drops now to Morris. Morris swings across. All the way across, off ahead of an Alliance defender. It's kept in, though, by Carriel. Now a swing to Woods. Woods now to Vacasella. They play some catch. Vacasella gets it back. Vacasella dropping back to Woods again. Dylan Woods retreating to Giancarlo Perez. 86th minute. At least 4 to go, and maybe some additional time. We'll find out. That ball blasted towards the far left side, out of play into the stands, off of the United. Clock still goes as Oyster Bay trying to get their substitution set. Looks like Mickey Shabbat will about to enter the game for Oyster Bay. Looks like Shabbat will not play, as a substitution cannot be made. That's why the delay happened. Anyway, here comes the Alliance moving quickly. The Alliance moving. They're down by 3. Chance to Stewart. Stewart shooting a shot. Save made by Perez. Giancarlo extending that left hand to keep it a shutout. 3-0 in favor of Oyster Bay. So Giancarlo Perez stretches out, makes the save with that left jazz hand. It's still 3-0. A little over 87 minutes now. About under 3 and change left. Corner opportunity again. Sent across. Header Morris tries to deflect it the other way. Gomez also there, though it's kept by the Alliance. The Alliance running low on time. They're down by 3. Shot on goal! And it looked like it went out of play. So Mickey Shabbat will check into the game. Carriel, pardon me, will take a seat. So that chance went out of play. Giancarlo Perez will have an opportunity to boot it. One of the best scoring chances of the game for the Alliance. That one also comes up short to keep it 3-0. Header up in the air, a few more bounces. Now it goes into the zone of the Alliance. Joey Holland Racing. He has a 2-goal game so far, trying to find a hat trick. Had a few chances in the second half, couldn't find the net. The back of the net, that is. Mickey Shabbat checks in. He makes his first header of the contest. Takes a few more bounces and rolls towards the Alliance goalkeeper in Salcedo, Freddie Salcedo. And that's blasted up. Morris gets a foot on it. Tapper down. Going up in the air there is a defender for Oyster Bay and Gomez. He's back on his feet. Shabbat's also there defensively. Great chance again. Blasted off high and out of play. 89th minute. At least 1 minute to go. Possibly some additional time. We'll find out. As United lead the Alliance 3-0. Oyster Bay minutes away from advancing to the regional final, where they will take on Queensboro next week in Brooklyn. Perez blasts it from his goalkeeper's cage, as we'll get 4 minutes of additional time once we hit the 90-minute mark. Quick throw in after that. Here comes, again, the United, trying to get at least one more goal before the game comes to a close. Racing chance. Gomez, too far. Would have been called for offsides if he went for it. Seconds away from hitting the 90-minute mark. Once it hits 90, we have 4 minutes of additional time. After that chance on one end, it's a clear to the other. It goes out of play, and Perez will get things restarted. We just hit additional time. 4 minutes have begun. So again, the United under 4 minutes now away from advancing to the final. It'll be in Brooklyn next week against Queensboro, who took down Philadelphia in their semifinal 6-1 in dominating fashion. The United with several chances. They'll finish up winning at least 3-0. Of course, we'll see if they get a fourth to round out this contest. But with the amount of chances they had, especially in the second period, so far no goals, they could have been up at least 6 or 7 or 8-0 at this point. But here's Holland Racing. Holland a chance. Fancies one. It's blocked. Second opportunity. Takes a funny bounce. It's cleared away. And a loose ball is blasted again by the United. Settled down by Altuve. Altuve sets to Morris. Morris tries to play it. He keeps it alive towards the bench of New Jersey. Morris dancing around. Morris is trying to kill some clock. Morris still making his way past the halfway marker. Morris goes forward. Now it's taken away. It's kept in by the Alliance now. They'll try to go right to left with the amount of time they have left. Chance down the field. Opportunity too high. It goes out of play again. And the United will get another opportunity to get play restarted. Almost a minute 30 into the additional time. Again, we're minutes away from this game coming to a close. It looks like Oyster Bay will move on with a 3-0 victory. So Morris getting ready to throw it in. 1:36 into the additional time. Goes out of play. Off of the United, or excuse me, off of the Alliance. It'll be a throw-in for the United. Morris throws it down. It's blasted up in the air. Settled down by the Alliance. Altuve is there for the United. Loose ball up in the air. Morris tries to get it. Still it goes. Trying to be settled finally. It takes a funny bounce. Who will it go off of? It looked like it went out of play. Last off the United. That's the way the formation goes. And it will be the United ball. Or it went off the Alliance. It will be the ball of the United. Altuve a free kick. 2:20 into the additional time. So Altuve Swing stints across. It takes a few more bounces. It's settled down by the United. Here comes Oyster Bay. Swinging things around. Quick shot. That's Rosero there. It's blocked. Second opportunity. Vacasella trying to get there. He can't get there. It's taken away by New Jersey. And New Jersey, with the little amount of time they have left, they try to get something going. Swing across. Vacasella can't get there. Neither can Gomez. It's still the Alliance moving. The Alliance moving quickly. They know they have little time. They know they're down by 3. They could be playing for pride at this point, as we have about 50 seconds left in the additional time. Vacasella gets the takeaway. Here comes Pedro. Vacasella swings across to Lynch. Lynch swings to Blanco. Blanco corrals it down, trying Gomez. Is it too far? No, it's just enough, but Salcedo is there in time. Salcedo, no, he's actually going to have to battle Gomez for it. Now it takes a funny bounce off of Salcedo. Or actually, it goes off of Gomez. 20 seconds to go at least in the additional time. It's thrown in by New Jersey, and we won't have the extra seconds. The game will come to a close at 3:49. Nonetheless, 93 minutes are played, and a final score has been determined. Oyster Bay wins 3-0 over New Jersey Alliance. The 2-game losing streak against this team is finished. Oyster Bay responds to a 4-0 loss earlier this spring and a 1-0 loss in the regional last fall. With that, Oyster Bay wins the matchup. They will move on to Brooklyn next week to play Queensboro in the regional final. Oyster Bay with a great opportunity to win their first regional title in program history. But they'll have a very tough test in Queensboro, who beat them 1-0 earlier on in this spring season. With that, I think that'll be all she does. My good friend Steve Sanchez, who's been my producer the entire way through. I'm Alex Carbonati. Thanks so much for joining us. Oyster Bay wins this contest. They move on to the regional final, and Oyster Bay will take on Queensboro in Brooklyn next week. That's all for now. Thanks so much for joining us on Coach's Corner NYC on YouTube. We'll see you next week for the regional final.